and happy June, everybody. Today I am working on something a little fun that I figured, rather than just, like skipping a stream and working up behind the stream scenes, I figured why not actually do a little bonus one and share with you my planning behind making a one-chunk Minecraft series. So my initial thought was this is one of the easiest, most repeatable challenges that you could do in Minecraft. Here is a seed where within one chunk you have not just a village, although I'm not sure if there's any villagers in this. There's no villagers, but you get a village house. You get the ability to spawn in cows and pigs, apparently. And then below it, as you can see, we have easy access, not just to a cave, and so some copper, some lapis too. The lapis is really high up. But also, all the way down here, what's this? An end portal. And wow, it's got a glowberry below it. Anyway, so this is something that's really, really fun, right? Oh, there's also diamonds very easily visible. It's a really fun idea, and I thought the idea was just as simple as play Minecraft in one chunk and don't leave it. But then I realized there's one brutal problem, and that is how do chat know what the chunk is that I can be in and that I can't not? On Java, there is a command. It's the world border command. And but on Bedrock, there isn't a similar one, and I couldn't find a decent add-on that would replicate something like it. And so actually showing where we can and can't be was a little harder than it seemed. So what I then did is I loaded up a third-party editor, and I deleted all of the chunks within a 200 block radius. And that third-party editor just didn't work. As you can see, it clearly has missed... I don't know how it's worked. It's got lots of chunks that were included, lots of chunks that clearly weren't. And so as a result, we have this weird monstrosity. And then I realized, okay, border blocks says KMB 600. So that was my next thought then. But then, even if we do border blocks, we still have to work out what to do with all of this. And so then my next idea kind of goes back into what, you might have just suggested, which is what if we had multiple chunks available to us, but they all had different levels required to access them. So I'm a big fan of using Minecraft's XP system for things besides just XP. And so, making it into something more meaningful. What if we had a challenge where every 10 levels, we could unlock a new chunk? Let's say when you get to, or you could do every 5 even, but what if there were other chunks available to unlock? And so our current chunk is in a taiga biome, as you can see, and I don't know how far it is to find another chunk of a different biome, but if we could access this chunk over here, you can see that underneath this there is a stronghold, and it's not just a regular stronghold. Oh, it is just a regular stronghold. I thought there was a library in one of these, but you can see maybe being able to access other parts of a stronghold might actually be fun. Maybe even you don't want to use the spawn stronghold, you want to access that somewhere else. Oh, you can see, look at this, there's also something over here. So what if you could have access to, say, a lush cave, which is over here, eventually for that? What if you could have access to all sorts of things? And so that's why I started to think maybe we should work this out. But first, before we do any of that, I think we need to start carving away some of these chunks that are existing too close to my existing one. So how do we do this? Simple command. We just type this in, and then we remove this and replace it with minus 64. That's going to be too many blocks though, right? Oh, we have to replace it with air. That's too many blocks, 49,000. Maybe I can make it fewer by going down here. Okay, we're actually getting pretty close. So if we make it down to like, I don't know, 8 on this level there, then we just come through here and we can just destroy all of the blocks. Just like so. It doesn't take much doing to just come through and destroy it all. And so as you can see, this could be one. We do this a little bit, and then we've got to work out what chunks we should have. So it sounds like a fun map design. I hopefully it is. That's the fear and the curiosity is in whether we can actually make this work correctly. But yeah, so I want to destroy all of these chunks. Basically, I want to round out what the game itself couldn't do, or what the editor that I tried to use couldn't do. And so let's just come through here. Oh, I'm setting the time again. Let's come through here and destroy as many blocks as we can at a given point in time. Just come and tear it all apart. And then hopefully it'll look a little bit nicer. And then let's also work out what other chunks we should have access to. So what about an abandoned mineshaft, chat? Would that be worth going for? Oh, what is this? Oh, it's a boulder. Would that be something that's like aspirational? Something that you'd be excited to have in a Minecraft world? Is it something that would benefit me? Like unlock new opportunities, you know? I guess is maybe the bigger question. So yeah, let's destroy these last chunks over here, because I definitely don't want anything that's too close to my existing stuff. So this is gonna go. This, oh, goodbye, sorry, Wolf. But yeah, I want to, is this a new upcoming map, says Duncan Wall? So this is one I just wanted to make solely for a stream. If it's interesting enough, we can work out something with it later, right? But I really am right now just trying to work out how to make something which would be fun to play. Anything else is a nice bonus on top of that. So as you can see, even just removing those few chunks makes it a lot clearer about what is here and what isn't here. And now we should work out what other chunks should be done. Chat's quiet. This is fun. Also, what is one chunk and why is this so blocky? A chunk is exactly a 16 by 16 area. So you can see why it's so blocky because these are 16 by 16 areas, which the game deleted, which I asked it to do. And these are the ones that it ignored me and just left there anyway. So a chunk is a 16 by 16 by as high as the world height is area. And yeah, now we got to work out what we actually want from another chunk. I think abandoned mineshaft is a reasonable goal, right? Like, okay, here is an abandoned mineshaft. You having access to even just right here, like this chunk with the couple of chests, that could be a pretty big win, if you ask me. There's also a lot of clay in there because it's a lush cave. So if we could have both a lush cave and a mineshaft in the same chunk, I think that would be a huge boon for the world. Or just have a giant cave that looks like this, and then I could turn it into something on my own. You know, actually, no, I think you want to have a abandoned mineshaft, and then if we have something like this down here, a big access point of cave, you know, I feel like the lava could be more valuable, but I don't think any of this is actually worth going bananas over. So yeah, it's actually, wait, let's look through here though. Is there maybe a point in here where it does make sense to go bananas? Yeah, like a cave spider spawner would be farmable for XP. So I think that actually is worthwhile. All the way in there, or hopefully somewhere a little bit closer to one of the edges around here. Access to a trial chamber, perhaps. Oh, that's an interesting point. We don't have the 1.21 toggle turned on, but that is a very good point. So, yeah, now that we're looking around here, is that a bell? It looks so close to being a perfect bell carved out. I think one of the other chunks that we'd want to have, so to try and stay focused and on track here, we have one chunk, and the whole goal is to survive on this one chunk. But I feel like it might be fun to access other ones. So certain things that are only accessible in some parts of Minecraft could be locked behind either completing a challenge, or as I'm leaning a little bit closer towards, instead of completing a challenge necessarily, maybe instead you just have to, you know, unlock a certain number of levels. That way, you know, there's like a clear, definitive, you know, kind of showcasing of that. And so I think a geode is something great. I think a mineshaft with some lush cave is something great. Reminds me of tall skyscrapers in a major city. I kind of see that, weirdly enough. I do kind of see that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to see if maybe over here there's something worthwhile. The easiest way to check would obviously be like destroying some random chunks. So let's come in here. Let's give it a peek. And let's say that is this worthwhile in its own right? I think the trial chambers is the most valuable thing. Slime chunk for infinite blocks. A dripstone cave. Yeah, a dripstone cave is a pretty easy goal to want to go after. So yeah, the other thing I want to work out as well. So while we use spectator, that is a very good idea, AJ Ballistic. The other thing I want to do is work out the nether. Do you think the nether should be one chunk, chat? Because this seed is specifically lined up so that it will work with the nether. At least I think it is. Let's find out. I'm going to place a portal here. I'm obviously going to delete it all later. But I think the nether being one chunk also makes some sense. And given that doing it with external edges isn't working, let's do it with this today. So let's slash set block portal, just to, you know, go in there easily. And so this is the chunk and oh wow. I think it's a bastion. It is, in fact, it's okay. As you can see, it's a very, very good chunk for the nether. I think this would be much cooler looking if you could see the world border. Like, if I delete all of this, you're going to lose so much of the fun stuff that makes this special. But I think we've got to do it. So, what are the chunk boundaries in the nether? I think it'd be minus 64 would be the edge of one chunk over here. And 80 would be the edge of another chunk. So, that means that it's either here or it's there. It has to be one of the two sides. And logically, you'd pick this side. So, we're going to have to lose all of this gold. Oh, this is painful. A fortress. A nether has to be 2 blocks by 2 blocks. A nether has to... Yeah, so Chris Buck, that's funny. That is actually the logical, you know, way you would scale it, right? If you were really trying to be perfectly logical about the whole thing. So, either way, it's going to start over here. And so we can destroy everything on this side of minus 48. So we go to minus 47, because that's on the plus side. Yeah, everything on minus 47 this way, we can just start destroying like crazy. So replace it all with that. Can't place blocks outside the world. Oh, because I'm placing it to minus 64. So we'll place it to 0. And then we don't have to really worry about anything else. Although we'll go all the way up to 128 on this. So 0, 128. Hopefully that means we can do 16. Slightly more than we can do. So we'll do like, I don't know, 12. Okay. Did I remove the blocks? Can't place blocks outside a world. What if I lower this to 127? We can. So maybe we should keep the the bedrock at the top though. So we'll replace this with 126 just to keep a bedrock ceiling going up there. And then we're going to stay at minus 47 and we're just going to keep destroying similar holes in the terrain just to make sure there's nothing you can see over there. Minus 47. Just keep on flying and keep on flying. Okay, so as you can see, we've carved out a decent amount this way. We'll do the same over here. It feels wrong to do it this way. Could you artificially make a chunk in creative that has more useful things as you go down? So, yeah, this is what I'm... Okay, Jake, you raise a good point, but my goal was to make it literally... This is a survival world. It's a genuine seed. You can load up this world and get this exact same thing. And the goal was to make it feel like it was that. But it isn't quite perfectly, and that is something I don't know how to properly address. Okay, so this is minus 48, by the way. That means minus 64 should be the edge of our next block, which means we're going to go all the way out to minus 81, because it's plus 16. So over here, and we're going to start destroying in the same way. That feels very reckless. Is that correct? It must be correct. Okay, just keep destroying the blocks. And then we'll tear them all apart over here. This feels like vandalism, chat. It feels like we got a really good seed, and for some reason we're tearing it apart. But it's what we gotta do. It's what we've gotta do. So we'll just tear all the way through this lava lake. I think it looks a bit more impressive if we do that. Then we have to now share the rest over here just to make sure these two cuts line up. So go over here a little bit. Cut it up. Oh, there's some I missed over there. And so this is enough. If you had one chunk, it'd be great. What do you reckon though, chat? So again, this is very much a casual stream. I want to just this is the most I want to work out, like, with a series that I'm trying to be very open and share with you what goes on internally, because then I think to myself, well, if you're deleting this many chunks, why don't you just make one from scratch? No one will ever know that this is one chunk in a real Minecraft world unless you use some borders that never has some lag. Is it laggy for everyone right now, or do you mean lag in a different sense? You're pretty early, says Shizy. Thank you. You're early too. I would like to be able to say. It's not true, but I will say. Also, I think I moved the blocks way too far in, which means we deleted some blocks we shouldn't have done. Yeah. It's fine, because we've only done it from here. But there's a few blocks missing from our chunk that probably shouldn't be. It's fine, though. It's fine. So then we'll just make sure we're sufficiently this way. Carve that off the edge there. And then we'll go sufficiently this way and do the same. Just really make sure that there's, you know, like, so it's very clear where our stuff starts and ends. Our chunk is somewhere over here. And we can work out exactly where that is. So, Kat, what is the seed? Is it in a seed sundae or not? Not yet, actually. So this is the seed. Beautiful seed. You spawn above you spawn above a portal, and also you have a fortress and a bastion right here. I wonder if they'll both spawn a lot of mobs. Like, there's clearly a piglin brute over here, but will you get a lot of piglins? Will you get a lot of blazes, or will it be hard because of the... You know, I don't know the rules in any of this. But yeah, it's a really, really cool seed. Be careful not to delete the bastion chests. I don't want to delete the bastion chests. Why do you assume I'm going to? But yeah, what we could just do is we could set it up like this, and then put some border walls around it. Do you see border walls in survival? Okay, let's check that actually. So let's set a block here. If you don't know, Bedrock has an exclusive block called the border block. It's not the regular border block, it's the border wall. What is the border block called then? Is it just called the border? What is the... Oh, it's the barrier. Okay, sorry, I'm done. Could it be fun to speedrun this for a future stream? So I'm going to go into survival right now, and I'm going to show you what happens if I have a stack of bamboo or something, just to make it easy. So there is an invisible barrier where those blocks are, which means that even if I have the blocks and I start walking this way, it will magic... Oh, it lets you walk off. That's lovely. Okay, so that is not ideal. Did you know you could go to -40 in the Nether? I didn't know that. It's not a very useful fact to know, but now I know. Yeah, that is such a weird quirk that Minecraft is just like, yep, you can go this way, but blocks can't. Oh, was it my mess? Oh, it was just, I'm not in creative. Okay, let's do that a little bit more carefully this time. So I literally, oh, I can place a block there. I can place a block there too. That was just my mess up, I guess. So yeah, there's an invisible border wall here. And you can see there is this weird red effect on it. So can we get mobs to go through that? Because if we could, then we could just set these up in a normal Minecraft world, all the way at the world height. Because they go all the way down and all the way up. Like, if I was massively below this point, I would still notice it. Yeah, let's check it. Let's just show you that it's true. Even if I can't see the block anymore, which I wouldn't be able to if I was over here. Okay, so I'm down here, right? Let's imagine, chat. I'm all the way down here. There's no way I can see those blocks anymore. I can, but you get the point. And so things start getting weird when you get nearby. You can't bridge place in front of you within 2 blocks off them. Whoa, that's a weird fact. And then there's a wall here. And it doesn't tell you why there's a wall. It's just magically there. It's not barrier blocks. Look, you can see it lets me get most of the way there, but not even all the way over the edge. If it was barrier blocks, it would work like this. I'll just set block, a barrier block below me maybe. So it's called a barrier. This is what a barrier block would look like. You can, and then we'll set one above me maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do that actually. So we'll set it at -1 on the other scale. Okay, so we'll set a barrier right there. So if there's a barrier, you can see the block, and it has a similar effect, but it's got a different one in that you could jump over it or under it eventually. I've never seen the border walls before, so I was confused with the floating red crosses. Yeah, it's a really interesting block. So we could just use those around a regular Minecraft world. So we could pretend we did none of this deleting chunks thing. Honestly, maybe. Can I place these in survival? I can't. Yeah, if you look, it's a better version of the... It could be a cool way to have something unique. So let's go into... And its block borders are a very different thing. So let's just let's reload up the seed. Let's reload up the world, and let's just place a bunch of these in a 16 by 16 pattern. So I believe this is we're just gonna find the seed. Okay, so I lost it, chat. Okay, I'm pretty sure. No, I have lost it. I know where to find it. I don't know how I've lost it, but I have lost it. I've got very bad news. I'm gonna find it very quickly. I'm gonna pretend that didn't happen, but I guess I could just type it in from this, but I can find this, and so I will find this. Okay, this is a man, it is a pain to find a Minecraft seed. It's always a problem. I feel like that's something that could easily be solved, but is not. Okay, what? I had it open. I'm gonna just search my history even. Okay. So that is this one. Okay, here we go. Okay, I finally found the seed. It's 24835, whatever. A bunch of letters. So now, if you were to make your own chunk, then you could do an hour-long pre-stream. You can use structures you encounter within that hour in your subsequent chunk stream. So if you were to make your own chunk, Oh, that's a fun idea, like, make your own floating chunk. Okay, so, just to confirm how this will look, chat. Just so we can decide. What do you think actually gets the point across better? That this is one chunk of a normal Minecraft world. So here's option A. Oh, it doesn't actually look like it yet. We'll delete a few more blocks. All the way up to about either 80 or 60. Yeah, we're going to have to do... We want to get as much Bastion in there. So we'll start at 96 over here. We'll start deleting. So we'll do the remove the blocks over here. And then that means that about 64, we should also start deleting. So 62, just to be certain we get it right. And then up to 63. I think that's as far as we want to go. And then make sure we just shave the rest of that off. And then we'll remove the bamboo. Okay, so here are our two options, chat. We can have the chunk be floating around in midair by itself. I don't know why there's a... Oh, I do know why this all exists up here. So we've got some extra headroom. Oh, that's so weird looking. Not removing a chunk in the nether does some really odd things to your world. So we're going to just remove this too. Okay. So this is one of the options. I'm going to just patch that in because it looks... It's too silly to leave that how that is. Okay. So here's option number one. We have a chunk. And it looks like this. In the overworld, it looks like this. Again, if let's just say we smooth over the edges. Oh, it doesn't correctly link in the overworld. It goes out to some random... Where's my chunk? All the way over there. So that is so interesting the way it chose to generate the portal there instead of... Not my problem. Okay, so there's one chunk in both dimensions. It can look like this. Floating in midair and having a barrier around it, perhaps. But if you have a barrier around it, then you can't do the multiple chunk idea. There's too many chunks here. I don't know if you noticed this, pal. Oh, man. This has ruined me. I cannot believe it. Did no one think to let me know that there's too many chunks? I'm bad at counting, and so I was just sure this was one. But now that I'm looking, it's probably at least 7. Anyway, so let's go with the second option now. Okay, so this is... let's just make sure we got the right thing here. I'm still scarred. I accidentally copy-pasted my stream key as my seed once. So I have to be careful about copy-pasting. Okay, show coordinates on. Starting map on. Creative also on. And let's just test it. Okay, so... one chunk, but borders is what we're going to call this. And so your vision is good, but it needs to engage command blocks to come to fruition. I like doing challenges that don't require command blocks. That's always the gut. Is this the same? See, this is what the world looked like before I destroyed all those chunks. So here's what it could look like, chat. We're going to have to ballpark the... Actually, no, we don't. So this is 384. We'll have a long line of wall blocks going this way. So, Phil... we'll work out what we're doing after. So along the Z-axis forwards, we'll just do a bunch of these. So 16 border blocks. What are they called? They're not called border. They are called borders, right? Can you not fill with border blocks? Can you only set block border? Okay, slash set block. What a weird Minecraft require. I've never met a block that you can only use in the way that... Okay, that's fine. We'll place a bunch of these. You can imagine them being in midair. In fact, we should probably go up to midair if we're going to do this. So, TP, S, this, and then 320, this. I don't know what I did wrong there. I typed that instead of that. Okay. So we go all the way over here. And then from this point, we place a border block. So we can place a bunch of these up here. And because they're up here, no one will realistically see them. So it will just look like the world is seamlessly cutting you off. They break satisfyingly. Okay, so then we know the next one. The next chunk starts at 592. I happen to know. I had to do a lot of maths for my chunk destruction in Amulet. So that means at 593, we make the wall go over here. Oh, but yeah, this does the... if we do it this way, we don't have access to other chunks. Also, can you see the red from all the way down here? So I'm down on the surface, Can I tell where the border is? That's the important question, right? I don't think I can. Am I on the wrong side of the wall? Oh, I don't know where the wall is. It's at 592. So over here. That feels a little bit too far that way. I think we've got the wrong chunk for this to work correctly. But how does this feel, chat? As you can see, besides looking up, there's no way of knowing. And then we would be actually stuck in there. The Essentials add-on has a chunk border option. Yeah, let's give that a try. You know what? I knew there was an add-ons people use, but it only shows it, right? It doesn't make it actually, you know, I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say. It doesn't actually stop you from going into chunks. It just makes it that way. Okay, so we're going to give it a quick download. Should be nice and simple. Let's download it right now. Let's try and find it from essentialsmod.gg. Okay, so is this just for Bedrock? MC 1.8, 1.12, 1.16 to 1.20. I'm guessing that's not for Bedrock. Okay, there we go, for Java and Bedrock Edition. So this is the, oh man, that is not, okay, let's go ahead and let's download it. So I'm gonna give this a try, and we'll try that as a third solution, and then chat, you can vote which of these three you like the most. I think that's the easiest way to do it. So let's enable it on this world. So behavior packs, Minecraft Essentials. That's a very messy. Add the pack anyway. That's fine. On the marketplace, you should put border walls at Y0 so it's hidden in Bedrock. Okay, so I've turned on the Essentials add-on. I can't tell you that anything looks more essential. But it's... Okay, so here is the wall. Here is the corner. It's wild that you can be stuck in a corner like this, and you just gotta trust that it's outside the chunk. But it also means... Okay, let's test something. I'm gonna give myself fish. Let's see if we can get that cat to go through the chunk. Give it S, I don't know, tropical fish. Let's see if animals can go through these chunks. Because there is a wall right here, right? So I can't. Oh, the cat can't either, yeah. So that would be a cool part if we could get it to work. The Essentials add-on has the same option in the settings, but maybe the free one does too. So we're gonna go to the settings and enable it, is what you're saying. Okay, let's go do that. So we go to add-on we just added, and then we go to settings. Okay, we'll go to the overall settings, maybe. Okay, global resources. Can you turn on settings here? Okay, continue. It's missing one or more dependencies. Okay, doesn't look like it is functioning as intended. Is something broken about it? So the Essentials add-on on the marketplace has that option. You should use the World Edit add-on. Yeah, I really like the World Edit add-on as a way to do what I try to do with an external program here. Yeah, it's okay. So things work on. If we did it with the barrier blocks in the sky, or with the border blocks in the sky, there would be clear. Like everyone would be very clear about why we can't go there. And so then we could do the same thing in the Nether. But yeah, mobs would still spawn. There'd be villages and stuff, but they'd never be able to walk in and out of the chunk. So that could work against me because stuff like villager mechanics. Is there anything we can do that goes through the wall? So let's play some more. Let's like finish the as you can see, the Essentials isn't doing anything. You should also use, okay, so let's finish up there. Let's go all the way to the top. Let's fly down and let's finish this up. So if we started at 383, which is definitely wrong. Should we go work out the actual place we should have it? No, let's work out what it should look like though. So at 384, that means minus 400 is the upper end. So this is minus 400. We'll come in over here. And then we'll also just finish this over there. Just very roughly want to have a square for now. This isn't a perfect square. In fact, I think if it's not a perfect square, you could argue it's not a square at all. But that's good enough for what I'm trying to go for. Now let's test a few things like bows and arrows. Like, what interaction can I have outside of this chunk? It could be there's none. It could be it literally is, it's just there. But I'm going to try it all, okay? So here I am in survival. there is a cat on the other side of the border that can't move past it because it's not in creative, as best I can tell. Is that what's happening there? Yeah, the border is stopping the cat from getting to its streams. So now let's hop ourselves into survival underneath this area. Okay, let's go. So first things first, arrows. Oh, we need to give ourselves some. Do you think we can shoot enemies on the other sides of this? Arrow 64. I think we could. Oh, we can. So I can't walk there. Oh, no, I can walk there. I'm on the wrong side of the barrier. Okay, so can I shoot? Where is? Okay, I've lost the. Okay, here it is. Here it is. It's on this side of this wall over here. There's a villager on the other side to me. I can shoot him. I can trident him. Although weirdly, wait, does the trident come back? No, so you lose the trident on the other side. And I can zoom in on his face. But I can't. Oh, I can fishing rod him this way, but not through the wall. That's so weird. It works like a block sometimes, but not others. Oh, that is odd. So let's see if we can't lure the villager over here. What? Do I have to just get further away? Okay, so yeah, I can't get a villager over here. But if I get him close enough, can I trade with him? Oh, he's on this side of the wall now? Oh. Is this... Okay, there's a wall between us, right? If we go over here. You can see that. I can't trade with him. He's on the other side of a wall. It's a physical block. I can shoot him, which might be useful. But I can't... Man, this is weird. Minecraft is very weird. I don't understand. And I can't place blocks over on the other side too. There is no interaction I can have with the other side of this wall. Which is useful to know about. Are you missing part of the wall in that spot? Yeah, that's what it is in actuality. So let's go on the other side of the wall here. So this is the correct side of the wall now. There should be no way for a villager to come in here and for that cat to get out on that, for that matter. So can my blocks fall outside of the walls? That's another question I want to know the answer to. So I'm breaking the blocks in the corner here. Or I'll break some blocks up there. You would hope that items can't... Yeah, okay, items are stuck by the wall. So, yeah, chat, here's the question then. Do you think that this is a sufficiently one-chunk challenge? Invisible walls that no one can see. Something about it feels a little incorrect. Maybe the wall should be higher up even, so you can see the red lines. Yeah, honestly, maybe that is. I think I'm starting to favor that as a solution. So here's what it would look like. I would place them like again. We're just gonna simulate it. Let's go somewhere else just to help you visualize it better. So we'd go like all the way around this house, and by placing them so low down, they'd be visible while I'm doing most things. So anyone who's just joining would be able to understand it. But also, there's still no way over them. Like, you can't go over these walls or under them. So now if I'm in survival and I'm down here, let's say if I want to walk this way, I think having those red walls there is enough to help most people understand. Ender Pearl? Yeah, let's try the Ender Pearl. I bet the Ender Pearl is the first thing they think about, but that doesn't mean that they solve it. If you can Ender Pearl past that. Oh! Oh! Oh. Now that is interesting. One chunk, but you can only get between chunks by ender pearling between them. Ah. But then you'd have to build this. You'd have to build a grid of these. See, I shouldn't have said that was the first thing they'd think about. Who am I to imagine a feature working correctly? I kind of like that though. That feels like there is a value in that. Ender pearls unlock new chunks. So the ideal way would be... Oh, sorry, what is... Okay. Yeah, do you think that's good, chat? Like, playing within the game mechanics, I guess. It makes sense too. So every time we get an ender pearl, we can go to a new chunk. But we need an ender pearl to come back. Should every other chunk be locked? Like, so here's the way you would have to play it in my mind. So just imagine this is a chunk size. It's not actually. You'd have to say that then you build a bunch of these everywhere. Maybe the rest would be up in the sky. But I think you would build a bunch of these And you would say the only way to unlock a new chunk is with an ender pearl. Yeah, it's weird though, right? Make an enderman farm. Chorus fruit? Yeah, I bet chorus fruit are also a way through. It feels a bit janky. Maybe there's a limit to how many ender pearls you can use. So yeah, I don't think you could have these all be down here. Like, you can see already, right? If we just make 4 of these. Like, covering an entire world this way gets impractical really quickly. Ban on the end. Ban the end. Well, the point is you ideally would want to beat the Ender Dragon. But yeah, the end would be really tricky to do, too. Because if you think about it, although the Nether is a one-chunk thing, the end is even more interesting. Okay, so we've got 4 little areas, and I'll give myself some chorus fruit. Chorus fruit. Do you see all these forts that you're going to have to, like, successfully manage yourself in a series like this? Okay, so we eat one, and you can tell... Oh, wait, we're in a creative still. So, /give, add s, chorus fruit, 64. Just enough of these to be good. And so... Okay, we're going to try... I don't know how to test this for sure, but we get right up to the boundary. Eat here. Okay, it could be that it actually knows not to teleport you to the other side with these. Yeah, that's interesting. The ender pearls work, but chorus fruit does not. Oh, no, chorus fruit does. So, yeah, basically, teleportation will take you across chunk boundaries. Idea of Dasher. Go with the previous floating chunk idea, leave some chunks, and if you can ender pearl across the void, you get that new chunk. Yeah, what if you... I kind of like that, Dasher. Take the floating chunk, and then build the walls around it, and then combine the 2 rules together. Every individual chunk has one, so you have to ender pearl between them. Honestly, that's not a bad idea, all things considered. And then 1 chunk could become 2 chunk. Could become more chunks. Yeah, and then... Oh, this is so fun. The barrier block is doing a lot of heavy lifting in this village. Yeah, you wanna come attack me instead? See how that goes for you, buddy. It's so interesting that I can't physically attack, just range attack. And also the fishing rods only work sometimes. Do you think I could go fishing in another body of water? Okay, so this water is in another chunk, right? Do you think it works? Is that fishing rod in there? This is so interesting. Use structure blocks and void worlds to export chunk to void worlds so you don't have to clear hundreds of chunks. Use structure blocks and void world to... Yeah, that probably is the better way of doing it, Wiser Pluto. Doesn't the structure block have a really low limit for block destruction, though? Oh, it does work. Did I get the fish? Oh, no, the fish doesn't come with it. So the fish stays there. And there's no way for me to get that. I think you can fishing rod items on Java, but I don't know if it works on Bedrock. Let's quickly check. I'll drop these on the ground. And I'll try to fishing rod them up. Ah, they never added that feature. Ah, what a weird one to miss. So I wasted... Chat, can you believe they didn't add this? Can you believe that? So sad. It's weird how every now and then there's just a Minecraft feature that you know exists, but you can't use when you play Bedrock. Interesting take on 1 chunk. So, in the end, the 1 chunk is the portal the exit portal is in. So it wouldn't work that way, Wiser Pluto, because you'll be definitely teleported into... Oh, but you could... If you make the chunks yourself, you could take the exit portal and do it that way. What feature? I missed it. The ability to scoop up items from on the ground using a fishing rod. You just can't do it. Also, it's so weird that it just goes through like that. There's some weird logic. What is happening? It's like bouncing off the sides there. I wonder if you can elite your firework through this. Okay. Just for fun, chat. We need to know, right? That's a firework rocket. So yeah, we could make it so that there are multiple other chunks, but we have to ender pearl between them. It feels like that means that once you get ender pearls, you're OP. But to the point that we've made before, ender pearls are actually quite hard to get, especially in a 1 chunk world. So needing to have 2 ender pearls, 1 to get out and 1 to get back, actually is a decent balance. Okay, so just for fun here, and let's see if I can fly through. Oh, no. Oh, okay. I've experienced some kinetic energy. Let's try that again, shall we? Oh, yeah. Minecraft does not like it when you launch yourself at these. Oh, wait, what? Okay. So there might have been a wall there or something. Also, why did I spawn up here? Okay. Is it always going to spawn me up there? Oh, it's spawning me on the barrier, chat. So that's a problem worth considering. Okay, this is weird. You can achieve some really weird things with barrier blocks if you want to. And this is one of them. So there's a barrier... Okay, so... Okay. That's interesting. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to just... I'm going to conclude this definitely doesn't work. But it's just weird the way that it's damaging me, right? It's very weird. Raise the barriers, Mr. Cat. Do you think the... Raise the barriers. So... You spawn onto the barrier. It's so that. Oh wait, I'm trapped in the barrier area. Okay, let me out. Use set world spawn. Yeah, it's an easily fixable problem, I guess. It's a fairly easily fixable problem. So we can have one chunk. We can destroy all the other chunks around it. Then we can use border blocks to keep me on that one chunk. I guess that's the best way to do it. Is there a better way, chat? Do you think these things by themselves are good enough? That is the key question here. So we need to get a void world going, which means we're gonna need to open up the editor. I think that's the only way I know of getting a void world. But the editor is only ever in the preview. We can probably just download a void world, honestly. Void world MCBE. Yep, void world. Okay, so it's an entire void. Apparently we don't need the editor mode for this. Minecraft has got us sorted. So we're gonna borrow a void world, right? So we're gonna open this with Minecraft. And then we're gonna take the chunks manually over here one by one. One for the nether, one for the overworld. Oh, where is it? Void world. So we'll take one chunk from the nether, one chunk from the end, one chunk from the overworld. And then we could choose to have other chunks if we want to make... Okay, so here's what it looks like right here. And so we're gonna go /give @s structure block. Structure block. And then we use the structure block to make a chunk. And the chunk goes right here at 0, 0. So it's going to be eventually a much bigger thing. But we're going to go copy the chunk that we want to be there now. Make a broken fetcher that is not broken. I make a void world by using MCB fletchers to make a flat world of one layer of air. Why does my Minecraft Bedrock Essentials not work correctly? What did I do wrong when downloading it? I wonder. So what I think we're going to do is give this a shot. I wonder, what does make a broken fetcher that is not actually broken means? Sometimes I encounter a comment on the internet where I'm like, I think I wasted 2 people's time by letting this comment exist. It's not just my crime for reading that and doing it. I think I hurt someone by allowing them to do that. So now we're going to make another one chunk challenge world. We could just probably copy it from this one. It'll be a lot easier to copy it from here, I guess. So we'll take this world. First you have to export and import a chunk. You heard the man, fix fetcher. Let's do it. Let's fix the fetcher. Chat, tell me what a fetcher is and let's fix it. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself a structure block here. And we're going to find out where positive is. It's that way. So I destroyed a block. I'm going to make sure I put that back before I do this. And we'll also destroy the portal, just not necessary. Okay, so then we'll start over here. I guess we'll go all the way down to bedrock and do the exact same. So this is my chunk that I've found already. And we're going to copy and paste this over to a world. So we have to go 16 by 16 with an offset of 1. But we can just do 17 by 17, I guess. 17, 17, I don't know, like 105. Does that sound good? Oh, that's not good. We need to go like 155. Still not quite there, I don't think, so 185. That's probably it. Okay, and then we're going to save to disk as one chunk 1. Okay, so now we save this chunk. Do we export it as well? We failed to export the structure. Okay, the structure is saved. And so then we take this entity, we take this structure, and we're going to load this into my other world. It's a bit of a messy thing. Fella doesn't even know what the fetcher means. Fetcher? I hardly knew her. You know, I'm sorry that I don't know what the fetcher is. This is my personal... So we load... What do we call it, chat? I literally just... One chunk one? Was it? No. What do we call it? One chunk one? One chink one? I don't think I would call it anything that offensive. Capital C? Okay. One chunk one. So that should now work. Right? It's not. I am bad at spelling. It's okay. You know, no one's offended. We're all good. Placed by layer. I want to do that. So, Chunky McChunker. That's a good name. So, why am I not loading it right now? It doesn't want to let me load. I think I just called it one chunk one. But it won't let me load that. The load button came there for a second. Okay, so we've got to export it, I guess. Thank you, Willie Larry, for becoming the 403rd channel member, bringing us just 17 members away from our membership goal to bathe in Doritos. Thank you. Appreciate it a lot. Hope you're doing wonderfully on this fine day. Okay, I think I'm going to try and export this. And we're going to see if that works. So I called it one chunk one. There it is. I definitely did save it. We're going to try exporting. Failed to export the structure. I'll try a little bit lower in case it helps. Export now. We failed to export. Save to disk. Should we save to memory then? Will that help? I think save to memory won't keep it saved when I switch world though. So one chunk one. Good to see you, by the way, Willie Larry. Hope you're doing wonderfully. So one chunk one. There we go. What is corner? Okay, that's no idea what that is. What is the... What are we doing wrong? Yeah, why is it not? Because the export failed? And import? Thank you for giving me an error number of members, Marwood. Thank you. Appreciate it a lot. I'm glad you're enjoying the very chill stream today. I mean, I assume you're enjoying it. Sometimes people give money specifically because they're not enjoying something. They're like, oh. See, I think it's save, structure saved, then export. But that doesn't work. Is it too big? Is there a max size for structures? Structure block not saved. Is it because it's too big? I bet it's too big. Structure block. Okay, well that's not going to be useful. So let's try much lower. Let's start small and then we can just like add more later. So will this save? Fail to export the structure. Why is this failing to export? Is it because it's got the... Okay, let's do an offset. Let's finally just decide... Oh. Let's finally decide to offset this by... Oh, it's including 0. Okay, I worked it out, chat. I worked it out. It's including the bedrock below. It's the -1 is the problem. Yeah, we solved it. Hey, okay, it exports. Now we can go back up to 165. Oh, I don't know what I just did. I made a very chunky structure. Okay, so that should be... Thank you, Granite Chicken. Wow, we're on a membership train here or something. Really appreciate you joining the coolest cattest clubbist. Okay, so we've solved it. It was as simple as it was doing an offset of -1, but I placed it at the bottom of the world. Oh, thank you, by the way, Granite Chicken. Appreciate you a lot. You should import to Y -60 or something. Okay, so I'm not going to offset over here. If I offset by -1, I'll break it here too. So now we import that structure. Oh, where is it? Do you see it? I don't see it. Oh. I was so sure we were onto something there, chat. But it says it's imported, but I do not see it. Shall I try offsetting it by 1, maybe? Do you see anything? I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't see it. I do not see it. So you want to get help from the people who combined your creative worlds together. I think Desha used external tools for that. This is such a weird looking block. It's got that one little white corner. Yeah, that's the bounding block. So that says that something did go wrong here. So let's go back to save, come back to load, then try and import. Okay, let's destroy the block, try again. That always solves problems. And then we'll stop offsetting by -1 before we import. I have no idea how to do anything here. Choo-choo. Okay, we're gonna get this. We'll offset by like +5. Then we'll load. And we'll import this structure. Yeah, it's not changing anything. Turn it off and on again. Yeah, nothing happened in here. It looks like there was something. There's a command to place your saved structures, I think. /structure. Oh, yeah, there is. Load. 2. Name. Okay, 1. Chunk 1. Yeah, let's do this. I don't have any rotation concerns. I have no mirror concerns. I want to do layer by layer. I have no concern about animations. I'll do 1 second. Include entities. True. 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 Okay, if this works, I'm going to be amazed. 1 chunk 1 can't be found. Okay, I'm not amazed. There is no amazement to be had here. Yeah, so this is odd. I'll go back. I'll make sure. You should offset it by -64. Okay, so here we are. This is our chunk. This is our structure. It's what we want. We could offset by 1 more up, just in case that somehow like saves us some pain. There we go. Somehow that might help something. And then we'll also offset it to not include the command block. 1 block there. 1 block there. I think not including a command block in there is just the easy... Oh, sorry, a structure block. It's such an easy thing. Because now the chunk doesn't include the block that's creating the chunk. Might mess up some stuff, right? And then we'll resave this. Replace my existing save file. And then we'll also save it locally. We'll save to disk. Wait, redstone save mode? I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, save that to disk. Then we'll save this locally, and we'll save it to memory. I don't know if that's making a difference here, but I'm gonna try. Then what we're gonna do... Wait, 3D export. That's cool. Shall I export that too? Okay, so let's stay focused here. Is this OSHA approved? You know what? OSHA would not approve. It's the only thing I can say for sure. Minecraft is a kid's game, says Mad582. Can't believe there are people who still think that after this. Okay, 1 chunk 1. Where is it? Where is my chunk? We'll import it. Where is... Why won't it move? Chat, please tell me why it won't move. Okay. So we'll break it, we'll place it. We will load the chunk in. It does not want to. It doesn't want to be moved here. What is today's drink, says Chantelle. I'm really ashamed to admit what my drink is today. I would rather you all think that this is a blend of heroin and energy drinks or something. But yeah, thank you very much, by the way. I think we just got a 4th member for today. Chase Jimin. Appreciate it a lot. Giraffe blood. Is it because of the grass block? You know what? It's not because of the grass block. But I like having an easy culprit to blame. Let's say it's the grass block's fault. Okay, let's try 1 more time. I can't save that. That would be silly. I'm going to try offset this by a few blocks, maybe. See if it changes any... It shouldn't. There's no good reason it would. I think at some point you start muddying the waters. Okay, no structure. It says structure imported, but it's lying to me. So we're going to reset it, take it to invalid mode, try it again. Or maybe we'll place this one block further up. Maybe it doesn't like being at the bottom of the world. We'll just set it over here. Because if this was floating in midair, it wouldn't be a big problem. No, it doesn't solve anything. Okay, so something is going wrong. I live my life in invalid mode. Yeah, if I'm being honest with you, I was at Aldi and I saw a lemonade flavored Prime, and I thought, oh, I've heard good things about that one from the teenagers in my life. Not in my life. I actually don't know where I heard good things about it. And I tried it. I was like, this is actually, for a 0-calorie drink, this is delicious. And so I'm hiding it in my giraffe. Please no one tell. I don't want people to think that I buy drinks because not even very good influencers shill them. I don't want people to think that. I don't want people to believe it. So, what do? We tried save. It's not 3D export. We could try renaming it something else, just in case. What if instead of my structure 1 chunk 1, we just go with chunk 1, save, export. Maybe somewhere in the overwriting something's gone wrong there before. It's not likely. It's probably not a file concern. Is it the fact that we're including entities? Maybe let's just turn off it. Like we can add entities later, right? So let's export that as 1 chunk 1. Okay, and then what happens when we press reset? Okay, it just turns off everything. Maybe now this will work. Actually, let's see if it works in this world. Let's just try and place it over here. There's not a lot that's lost there if we're wrong. So let's see if we can place it in the same world first of all. So if we can't place it in the same world, then we're doomed trying to move it from one to the other. Chunk 1. So there, it does work. And then we're going to press load. And now that right there is the same chunk as we had before. So I can move it from one chunk in my world to another chunk in the Minecraft world. Press the question mark button. Oh, that's a good idea. I love a good question mark button. Oh no, I do not. It's the Minecraft Bedrock tutorial. Ah, look at the tutorial. It's so good. Look how useful it is. It's telling me about interesting blocks. Glass is interesting. Concrete is interesting. Terracotta sure is interesting. So is magma, and so is coarse dirt. Who got away with writing this tutorial? Who did this? And why would they put that in the... What is that? Why? Why would they do that to me? Why would... Okay, so what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to move my structure block from one world to another. I do not know why it is not letting me. Don't hate on coarse dirt. I hate it because I ain't it. So I've just worked out how to do it. I yell chunk 1. And then it doesn't load. So it does have to be imported. But it doesn't, it says structure imported, but it is not. Tell them to look up now. Ah, you got me sad. So yeah, so I'm probably got a huge promotion by writing this. Yeah, that's what annoys, like, one of the wild things about the mentality of whoever was dealing with the upgrading Bedrock was someone was like, oh, we don't have a tutorial. And someone was like, well, we could make a world. And they're like, how much will that cost us? And someone's right, I will work overtime. Wait, this isn't... I will work overtime for you so that you can learn about this. Wait, this is... Okay, here's the encyclopedia. And then they just wrote a bunch of things and they asked, like... It's so not useful as a tutorial, right? Like, who wants to do this? So, anyway, yeah, Wiser Pluto was slain by IBXToyCat using Painful Stream. So what do you think is the issue, Mr. Wiser Pluto? Do you know what the issue is? It's 3D export? It can't be 3D export. What's going wrong is you're using the wrong button? It can't be, right? Maybe it is. You know, just for you, Wiser Pluto, you know what's going on? I thought 3D export was when you got the, it's the thing you used for the ISO images. If I'm wrong about that, I'm wrong about that. It'd be weird that it's 3D export, but you know, let's do it. Export chunk1.glub. What is a GLB file? Oh, it's frozen Minecraft a bit. Is it successfully exported? Yeah, we'll assume it's exported successfully. Export to computer and import it directly. Yeah, it's what I think we've done. The issue is most of us have no idea what's going on. Okay, so then we'll load the GLB file this time. Oh, it won't... There's no GLB file to load in. Yeah, so... this time... We tried 3D import. Maybe we go 3D export and then it's like 3D import. Oh, wait. Chat, look, we have a block. Okay, chunk 1, glub. Or is it 3D export to import the MC structure? No, that's not working either. Chunk 1, GLB. Get rid of the other chunks in the other world using commands. Yeah, that's the easier way to get to the same thing. But this way we can ensure that there's nothing else around it. It looks like we cleared out all the chunks forever. We'll say this. I had a similar issue before, then I solved it and forgot how I solved it. To be honest with you, I've done the exact same thing, Pout. That's the worst bit about this, is like, every time you solve it, you're like, oh, there was a way that this happened. What you want to do is save mode to export the structure from a file, then use load mode to import the structure from that file. So we have tried that CanB, but just to give this one more shot, because, you know, sometimes we make some mistake in the process. Let's do it. So here's what we've tried so far. We go to save. We make sure it's the same stuff. We detect the chunk. It's all good. What does remove blocks do? We don't want that. Anyway, so we're going to export this, right? And we're going to export this as chunk1, because that is the name of the file. Chunk1.mc structure already exists, but that's fine. Then we go to load it. Actually, let's see if we can 3D export within the same world. Let's go to this chunk. We're just going to keep making copies of the same chunk at some point, but let's 3D import into this world to see if that is a valid way. Yeah, it works just fine. So it's working on this world fine. So let's see if it works on a different world that isn't one of these two. So because there might be this world is just broken somewhere. So let's go to one chunk, but with borders. And let's see if we can't try it there. Because if we can, it implies maybe it's something about that world is maybe locked into an older version or something bizarre like that. So / game mode. See, I'm just gonna put the chunk right here. I'm being lazy about this. 3D import. Let's go. Chunk 1. It works. Oh, so it's that world. We went through all of that, chat, and it's just that I have a world that doesn't support structure blocks. So that's like, look at this. This is a different world entirely. It happens to be the same seed, so it might be useful. That world is just broken. I don't know how a Minecraft world can be broken in that way. You wouldn't guess. It's like, imagine being like, oh, why aren't the villagers trading? Oh, just the villagers don't trade on this seed. That is basically what happened there. So we've got a chunk now. It floats in the sky. It's very nice. Love it a lot up here. And now we just have to find a new void world that isn't broken. Why is this void world broken? Maybe it just doesn't work in negative even. It's most likely a bug of exporting importing. I'm so confused by this. It's TP 100 100. Let's just try it out in the middle of nowhere. Set block. I told you so. I told you so. Did you know it was the world that was broken? I'm so confused by that being true. So we can also load this by importing it by the... Okay, so we can't load this by importing, I should say. Try to import the structure. That is so weird. This world doesn't support structure blocks. Why would that be true? How can it be that a world just doesn't support a block? What is wrong with it? Like, is it... Wait, so it's this one. Void world creative. Oh, it's a flat world type, maybe. Void only. Yeah. It's gotta be something about void worlds or flat worlds. You know, okay, chat, this isn't relevant to solving my problem, but I love working out why something is broken. So let's load up a new flat world right now, just in creative. Just immediately go and test this. Did you ever save the structures as no blocks? I didn't, no. I think no blocks would be a funny way to save it, though. So now we're going to try a structure block over here. And we're just going to import right here, chunk 1, and load. So it's just that one world. It's not flat worlds. You can do this anywhere. What a bizarre... I don't know. I don't know how I'm emotionally ever gonna get over that one. So yeah, the problem with doing it in this world is if we won't ever have biomes. It'll all be flat biomes, and you kind of want to have more biomes than just this. Also, we see if this works. Like, we could entirely make it work this way. It would still, it is all fine. But yeah, I think you don't actually use a flat world because of biome reasons. You want to have a void world. So we're gonna find a world that is just void now, chat. So void world, but actually working is what we'll find. Pro tip: don't use a void world you download on the internet. I say as I'm gonna download another void world on the internet. It'll just work better this time. Okay, void world.mc world. Let's do it. I'm excited. So I'm gonna delete my other void world. This file is cursed. This file does not support structure blocks, and that hurts me emotionally. This file is not cursed, but I made it myself. It could be that you can't add structures to any world that you download. So I mean, just for fun, you know. Okay, I'm here anyway, having a bit of fun, right? So I need to download this template. Huh. I don't want to, so I won't. Okay, we'll go to Tumble Arena. Yeah, this is a world I downloaded. I'm gonna add my random chunk to it, and it's gonna be confusing for future generations of me. So here we are. I'm in the Tumble Arena. It's very lovely. Did you ever save the structure as no blocks? Again, I really think it would be fun to do that though. Oh, okay. Just don't. Void worlds have no biomes too. So I don't think it's a true void world. Maybe. You know, I don't know what's true anymore. So place the structure block right here. Import the chunk, and it works even here. So yeah, it's not that it's downloaded. There's something about that one file, one world that is broken. So now we're gonna leave this, and we're going to hope that we're just gonna pray, right, that the other void world is actually functioning. So it is cool. Okay. We're gonna load it up, and we're gonna immediately know what the problem is if it doesn't work. So void world bedrock. Let's go. Okay, as you can see, this is different to the last void world. Actually, is this different? No, it's not. It's the same one. Almost tricked myself. Okay, we're gonna open another void world. This one's just called Void World. It's not Void World Bedrock, and it was made before Village and Pillage. That's probably bad. Make a backup copy? I definitely don't need to do that. So I want to find a Void World with biomes. Void World with biomes Bedrock. Is there a way to make Void World generate structures and biomes? Because that's the real challenge we've got to work out now. Right? So yeah, this is just a single piece of bedrock. We'll give ourselves a structure block. We'll load the chunk in just to see if it works, right? Okay. It doesn't. Oh, it does. There we go. Okay, so that one world... What was wrong with that world? I have such a high level of curiosity about that. So we now have our chunk, so we can then do the same in the Nether, the same in the End. The only thing that we should be considering is how could we do this better, and we can do it better with different biomes. This is no longer going to be a taiga biome, so it looks a bit funky. That's the big thing. Perhaps the make a backup copy and play is the part that breaks it. But it didn't... I don't think I did that last time, did I? The void was high. So... That world do not like you. Yeah, that world do not like me is clearly the truth. Empty world with biomes Minecraft data pack. It's Minecraft Java. I'm pretty sure. It looks like it is. Yeah, empty world with biomes Java 1.18, 1.19. It's a cool idea. There's gotta be Bedrock Void World / Skyblock Maker. Okay, so I don't know how do we do that? Because that would be the ideal, right? Make a world, make a void world in Minecraft Bedrock. Yeah, but I want it to have biomes. That's the hard bit. So I'll just search. Go over a little download site. Void world. I don't know what I just searched. So we're gonna find void world biomes. See, infinite void world. Void world, custom void world. Void world with platform. 100% Void World, custom terrain. Void World, empty map world. It's a versatile template for anything you want to build. World settings. So, nothing useful there. It's a hard thing, really, right? I guess because most people are starting with flat worlds. Try locate biome to check. Yeah, that's a good point. Locate biome plains. There's a plains biome 45 blocks away. It's still 45 blocks away. It's continuously... Whereas if we try... There is no ice plains, and there's no... A more reasonable thing would be forest. So there's no biomes of those types, and we don't have the fill biome. Yeah, we don't. How do time map seem set biomes in ultra flat? You're right. Like these skills definitely exist somewhere in my team, Dasher. You're totally right. I know. I am like slowly starting to. So one of my, I'm starting to hire people for the teams, because right now it's like some people like I know, like we've got some people who like either work other jobs or they're just busy around other times, right? They've got stuff in their lives, or the you know. So as a result, it's like, yeah, this knowledge is just lost to time. It'd be cool if we had someone who's like, oh yeah, if I just explain the problem, they'd be like, yep, I got it. Deshi makes the base world in Java, then ports it. Oh, so Deshi does do that. So how do we make biomes on Bedrock? I guess, yeah, you make the world on Java and port. It's sad that you'd have to do that, but I think that is. So we've got the chunks ready, so we just need to make a Java world, fill it with biomes in an interesting way, and then convert it over to Bedrock. So we'll go and download a Void World for Java, and then we'll try it. Void World Java. What biomes would we want? I guess realistically we don't need biomes though. Like, I'm trying to think. In one chunk, when do you need biomes? Like, foxes are the only ones that we would want right here. Is there anything else we would want? So we'll see if the Bedrock to Java converter even just will do the biomes natively. Bedrock to Java world converter. It's by that one team, Chunker. So Chunker is... okay, where is Chunker? Minecraft Chunker is what it's called. It sounds like you're just being mean to Minecraft, but it is the name of the tool. Chunker.app. It is by the Hive, and we'll upload our world directly. So we'll go in, we'll just quickly export this, and we'll see if we can't change that from the tool. Void world.mc world. Okay. Now we'll go back in, and we'll look at this from a distance. I think we should add more chunks to this world, at like the very edge of the Ender Pearl distance. So while I sit here staring at this, I'm going to upload voidworld.mc world. And we're going to see if we can't change the biome. Okay, so it's currently 1.20.80. That's fine. Advanced mode. Okay, so dimension/pruning. Oh, you can prune chunks outside of it. Oh, so they have the feature that I was exactly looking for. Anyway, so block mapping. You can turn one block into another. Oh, that's interesting. Converter settings. World settings. We've got restrictions, weather, misc. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think there's a way to do it directly from there. We'd have to fully convert to Java, load up Java, change the biome, load back up. You can always make TNT to shoot the pearls further. Let's test that, actually. So let's just place a single block all the way over here, right? And let's just see if our ender pearls get anywhere close. So set block. End brick stairs, I don't know. Do you think you can throw an ender pearl that far? Because already that far looks kind of close. Like, if you can see it, it's kind of beckoning to me. But yeah, we're going to see if we can't throw an ender pearl over that. Shockingly close, but no cigar. So let's throw it up. Let's see if I get any closer. Yeah, very close, actually. You could have a chunk be... So this is, just to confirm, this is Z0. And this all the way over here is at Z90. You could go about 100 blocks. Pearl cannons and real, and I can get 1k blocks plus from my world, says Drunk Cosmonaut. You know, that sounds very fun, I've got to say. So I think... How important is having a tiger biome to this, chat? I have to consider that against... Like, if it provides zero utility, Like, besides foxes, and even then foxes sounds kind of like, do I need foxes or do I want foxes? Please make it so that every video you get teleported to a new chunk for the next video. With an amulet editor, you can set the biome as target. Oh, I have amulet, actually. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm gonna leave. Gonna load up amulet. Okay. So this is a bit of a weird one, chat. I'm gonna level with you. It's a very weird app. Amulet doesn't feel like it works correctly at all. Feels like you're doing something wrong to your PC. So we only support full releases we've tested against. Yeah, that's great. Open world. Recently, okay. Bedrock, Void World. Okay, so if you want, you can see what I'm up to now, chat. I'll move over the camera. Currently opened worlds. Okay, so I'll switch over to this. Hello, this is me. I'm IBX Toy Cat. And this is my world that I was just in. Do you recognize it? Hopefully you do. So while we're in here, apparently we can change the biome. That's what KMB says. Oh, okay. That's what KMB reckons. Let's see if we can't do it. Very almost shut off the stream key there. That's the one thing I just said. It's very easy. There's very little you have to not do. So convert. That's not it. All you want to do is select all. Control A. Control A. Okay. And then we're going to find the biome option over here. That's the dimension. That's camera speed. That's 2D or 3D, which is kind of fun. It's interesting looking at the world from above, huh? And so now we're inside of this app. We just have to work out where... It's going to be in the options here somewhere, I guess, logically. Options. Field of view, 70. Render distance, 5. That's a low render distance. I should set that a little higher. It doesn't work at all, no. On the options as top left, I think you'll find a button called Operations. Edit. Not in there. File. Edit. No. We can... Is it user guide online? That's not it. Okay. There's definitely a way to do this. We'll try and help. We'll try controls. Is there a biome setter thing? No, there's not. Okay. So we could delete blocks. It's not what we want to do, but we could. Or we can save, quit, close world, convert, about. It's not a lot you can do inside of Amulet. I thought it was like this super powerful tool. People love to use it. And in theory, it is real good. But it looks like we're just playing Minecraft, but inside of like a game development tool. Oh yeah, it's at the bottom. Oh yeah, there is. Okay, I see it. I can't believe I missed this entire thing. Operation. Clone. Oh, set biome. Yeah, there we go. Wow. You can just set any biome you want to. So we'll set tiger as our default, right? And then if we set other chunks, we'll make sure we get those right. So only in this biome. Set biome tiger mutated. Jungle edge. Jungle edge would be pretty, so let's run that just for fun first. Oh, it takes so long. An hour and 6 minutes? Okay, let's not do that then. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it a way smaller area. So let's go... Oh, how do we move this away? Let's delete the... Okay, select. We're going to pick just this chunk over here. From here to there. All the way down. Minus 60. All the way up. That looks like the right area, and we're going to see if we make that much better. So set biome, jungle edge. It takes 1 second, and now it should be a lot prettier. You can't actually tell, but it is meant to be a lot prettier. And we'll go with tiger, cold tiger, mega tiger. Mega tiger seems like it makes the most sense. Yeah, we'll go with mega tiger here. And then we can have like, I don't know, pick a bunch of other chunks around here somewhere. So then we'll go back to select. And we'll pick like, I don't know, 100 out to 100 out to, I don't know, like 15 on both options. Like make it a big area, but somewhere over there. Have I done this correctly? I feel like I made some mistake. Oh, I think I see the mistake. So we don't want to make that. We want to make that 100, 100, and this 15, 15. So make all of this area some other biome. I don't care what biome it is. This is a very messy... See, Minecraft, you could just add this to the game. I wouldn't have to do weird things. We'll make this into jungle. What biome has the most value if you were to do something out there, right? I think jungle is pretty. Cherry Grove. The different wolf variants are important. Husks. No one cares about husks. Swamp biomes, I guess, would be fun, so you could eventually get. Yeah, let's go for a swamp somewhere. Swamp land over there. Run operation. So yeah, this is surprisingly computational. I wonder why. Like, it takes 20 seconds of my PC just to turn a few chunks into something else. And then we'll set a bamboo jungle on the other side for pandas. Because bamboo would be really cool, right? I like how the default never biome is still called the hell biome. It is very hardcore. It's got to be set. Okay. So then we'll go -15. We'll just set minuses in front of all of these. -15, -15, -15. So we'll set that entire area as being a bamboo jungle. So operation bamboo jungle. I should say, you know, this should be a... I feel like, given that I've just had this issue of wanting to have biomes in a world like this, maybe someone would benefit from this world. Increase the Y range so the trees aren't the wrong color. Okay, you know, good point, Alex C. Let's do it. Let's select. Let's go a little bit higher. Y 270. Why not? You know, it's a good, might be useful. Bamboo jungle. If you want to set it by chunk, you can also use the chunk option at the bottom. Oh yeah, that is fun. So we could just add a few random chunks around. Not that we'll really have a lot of them to use, but it'll be fun. Just joined. What am I watching? I'm currently planning a one chunk series, but there's so many like. So I've been trying to do this for like a week. I'm sure you've noticed if you follow the streams. It'll be cool one chunk and we'll change at the last minute. It's because I have all these questions that just aren't... Oh yeah, this is really cool. Okay, so I'm gonna... So we can just like control A, control none. Oh, how do I delete unselected chunks? No, this is exactly what I needed. Well, I'm learning so much about this tool. Okay, I don't hate it. Select. Okay, we're gonna... I don't know what I'm doing so horribly wrong here, but I want to just start again. Okay, just... I don't know what's happening here, but it's not good. So we'll go back to select. I just want to tell it to stop selecting everything. Please don't. How do I restart? Move point 1? There. Move point 2? Also there. What is happening to my world? Something is wrong. Let's just undo a few things. Okay, we'll just keep undoing until... Although maybe I'm undoing the biomes at some point. Okay, we'll undo until my selection goes away. There we go. So this was the last selection I had. Now we go back to chunk, which looks like this. And we're just going to unselect all of that. You can't unselect individually. You can only unselect. How do I, like... Okay, there we go. You can unselect. So I'll unselect all of that and all of that. And then I'll make these chunks over here into something else. Again, this isn't going to be necessarily too important right here, but it's cool to have. So we'll turn this into another biome that's useful. I think everyone loves a savanna. Get your hands on those armadillos. Savanna Plateau. It's a beautiful biome. And then we'll be good. This is by far the most esoteric Minecraft gameplay I've ever seen. I just want to play Minecraft in one chunk, and this is what you've got to do for that to work. Please make the world 4D, 1D, or 2D on April 1st. You know, that's a good idea, Scott Lewis. I'm going to try my best. Okay, and then we're going to do back to chunk. So we unselect all of that. Okay, unselect all of that. And we select all of this as the last area. In fact, we won't go all that far because it takes a few seconds. That should be good. We're going to operation this into just some other biome. What biome do we need? Sunflower plains, flower forest, lush cave, savanna, jungle, mutated. I don't know what biome you even want, honestly. So I'm just gonna pick mangrove swamp, because then you could get yourself. So I've already got swamp actually. So taiga, cherry grove, frozen ocean, hell, ocean. You know, I'll go over warm ocean just to mess things up a little bit. So, deep lukewarm ocean, deep warm ocean. Why not? So now we've got... You need to redo the middle chunk. It's not completely taiga. Yeah, you're right. We should... Okay, let's redo the middle chunk. Let's just make sure that the game knows this should be a taiga biome. Taiga biome. Taiga mutated or mega taiga? Redwood Taiga Hills mutated. Sounds good to me. Okay, we did it. Now we just have to save this. Can I save it? 47 changes made. 47 changes saved. Then we just have to slide back in here. Hello, it's me. I'm IBX Toycat, and now I have to close Amulet. Hope I never go back in there again. And so now this world should have all of those changes I made inside of it. Which means, if we make a... Wait, what was that? I was just standing on over there. So if I place a grass block over here, it'll be a different biome color. Oh, look at that. It's different grass. Then if I place it over here... Yeah, you can see the slow gradient happening, right? Maybe you can't. Maybe I'm crazy for imagining there's a gradient there. But then also, this way, it should change color. I'm not sure that it is, though. And every direction, it should be roughly the same. So let's just confirm that it is, and then we'll confirm which direction has what. Because I think we'd want to go the jungle way first. Okay, I don't see the new biomes. So, / locate biome jungle hills, I think? Bamboo jungle is what I definitely went for. Bamboo jungle hills. So Minecraft doesn't know about the bamboo jungle hills. What are the odds that there actually is a bamboo jungle hills versus no? How do we know for sure if it's real if Minecraft doesn't know it's real? That's the question. That won't work since it uses the seed to locate. But if it uses the seed to locate, then surely... Is it flat? Is that what's happening? Oh, it's flat, so it's never going to know anything. Do you think we can go in and change that with Amulet? Like, make the world not think it's flat? I think it would sample from the real biomes, not the modified one. Is it breaking the one chunk purity if you can exit the chunk like this? It's a very good question. I don't actually know the answer. Maybe we shouldn't have another chunk. I think we should have the second chunk there for decoration. Even if we don't want to use it right now, it's still going to be very useful to have. So we'll build a second chunk over here at 96. And also we should move this chunk lower down. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. This is way too high up. Actually, it's too much for pain to move now, though, right? And also, what am I going to do below the chunk? I don't even know. You know, let's go back to where I was. So 0 and 96 is where I'm going to build something new. So over here. Oh, I'm so lost about where I am. Okay, over here. And over here. We're going to build a new chunk roughly where the existing one is. But like a little bit lower. Because why not? Well, I'm saying because why not now, but it's going to look like a mess later. And if it's going positive, positive, it's going to go this way, and it's going to go not this way. So we actually need to go out to 1. We need to go over to 16. No, that's positive. Go to 0 and go out to 112. Okay, now we set block, structure block. And future me is going to deal with that, because I want to deal with the nether first. So now, planning how to one chunk, says Robert May. Good to see you, Robert May. I would like to go ahead and say that your name is the much more polite version of Toycat is yes. It's not you are definitely. It is yes, you may. There might be an add-on that can tell you the biome you're in, but I can't remember what add-on it is. The Nether is going to be a whole different beast. The Nether's going to be easy. Anyone who thinks the Nether's tricky, don't worry. It's going to be no struggles whatsoever. So we're going to make a portal here. We're actually going to make it this time because it might help with the back and forth of the whole thing. So we're going to make a Nether portal. I don't know, like the most logical place for one. Right over here. Okay, so then we're going to go in. And now that we're in the Nether, love your video, says Sigma Cat. Sigma Cat. Oh, so we got to avoid Nether. Oh, it's not a true void though. They've just gone for super flat Nether. Oh, yeah, the Nether is a whole different beast. Damn it, why did I... okay, so we could just leave the lava hanging out there, right? The lava is probably the best way to do this. So yeah, I'm leaving the lava there, and I'll leave this right here, and I'll go out to... if it's at 0, 0 in the overworld, let's confirm where the portals link. So this is the equivalent of 0 to 16, so it has to be the equivalent of 0 to 16 in the Nether. Why the Nether portal didn't go there is beyond me. If it was picking a location in the middle of the sky anyway, it should have picked the location in the middle of the sky near 0, 0. But we'll just go out to 0, 0. 0, 0 is over here, roughly. Don't know why I'm placing the grass blocks, but they'll all get deleted anyway, so we're fine. And then in here in the middle of the lava, maybe just above the lava to keep things simple, we'll place a structure block. Okay. So now we go back to my original seed that I'm copying the chunks from. One chunk per borders. And we'll try copying the entire chunk there. So this is my overworld chunk. And I'm just going to set block, portal. It's going to be easier. And then I'm going to, from my Nether, find the chunk that I want to use. We can be, because we're copy pasting it, we'll actually, I want to try and get this in there because it's such a cool thing to have in the Nether. So we'll pick as a starting point, like here, I would say, because we want it to be more or less where the portal would be. So from like 90, 92, you know, it doesn't really matter perfectly. Like 88, no, we want to have it go over the edge here. So right here, 90. We're going to go down in spectator mode until we get to the bottom of the world. We're not going to take all of the bottom with us because it's going to mess up the height. We'll just get most of the bottom. Game mode, let's see. And we'll delete these 2 blocks and this one. And we'll place a structure block down there. And we're going to call this chunk 2. And we're going to make it 16 by 16 by 105 or 115, I don't know. So that looks about right. Really, we want to have the ceiling of the Nether in there too. So 124. We're probably going outside the world of that. We're good. Okay. So then we're gonna offset by. Well, we've got the structure block inside of it. Wow, Bastion Fortress. Oh, we've done it wrong because it's going 16 positives positive. So do we have to go like negative 16? Oh wait, we got to pick 16 and then just offset it negatively. So offset by negative 16. Is that correct? This looks like the chunk that I want. I'm pretty sure that's the chunk I want. Yeah, it's got a piglin on it too. It's wild that you can see the piglin walking around like this. Okay, then we're gonna save this and export it. Oh, it won't export though. So that means there's a problem. Easily fixed. The height is too high. I'll just set it down to 120. Export is happening. Chunk 2, let's go. Whew, so no blaze spawner. You don't have a blaze spawner, but the fortress should spawn in blazes. Hopefully. Maybe it won't though if you... It should, right? Chat, can you get blazes to spawn... No, it won't. Why do you think it won't? It's a fortress. Oh, because in the new world it won't be a Nether fortress. Oh, in the new world it won't be a fortress because we're copying. See, this is why the new world is actually not that much of a smarter idea. The structure box doesn't copy over. So we could, and you can't, even with the amulet, we can't set it to be a structure. A bastion is not a fortress. So we're not also getting the benefits of the bastion, so we won't have... We'll set it as a crimson forest, so we'll spawn piglins, and then we'll set in a blaze spawner. Oh yeah, man, this is the dumb stuff where it's like when you copy. Ideally, Minecraft should copy that data with it. Like if I'm copying a fortress, of course I want Minecraft to think that it's a fortress, but it has no idea. I'm getting this done though. You know, there's so many easier ways to do this on Java. There is no bastion benefits. I think having piglin spawn as a bastard should benefit, right? It's just we can solve that. So, we are having a bit of an issue. I don't know why. I hope it's okay. But... Oh, yeah, we are. Okay. So we called it 1 chunk 2. And we want to load 1 chunk 2. It's okay, I'll import it. Hey, okay. So it looks like it's working just fine. Load it up. So I think that my structure block is in here somewhere. I'm going to be mindful of that. Is it in here, chat? Do you see it? It's got some ancient debris. Oh, there's going to be only so much ancient debris, by the way. That's a problem I didn't think about. It's a problem I don't need to think about. So, now we need to deal with this chunk. How do I make it actually function? So we could just build ourselves a blaze spawner. That's easy solution 1. Tricky chunkies. Is there a nether biome that will have a nether fortress? Or we could... Yeah, there's no other solution. Is there no way to set a structure similar to a biome with your software? It seems like it'd be handy. Yeah, I think a fortress is the only time you'd ever want to set structure. A nether fortress or a... Only a nether fortress. It's the only structure that has in-game ingrained benefits that way. Like, I can't think of another one. Like, I guess trial chambers don't spawn mobs. So, maybe you'd want a trial chamber to transfer over. Just build a spawner. Yeah, let's just build a spawner. Oh, wither skeletons? Oh, yeah, and if we build a spawner, it's still like an activator. It feels like outposts, wither skeletons. There is just a chest full of blaze rods. Definitely a challenge. No, it's got to be a spawner. It's got to be a spawner. So we'll set our... Yeah, what we're going to do... Also, we don't have any of the trees. We have all of this without any actual wood being attached. Okay, we got some wood attached to it down here. Do we have any mushroom? Okay, we got mushroom. So we can grow some warp wood. But the biome will technically be a crimson forest. But actually, we need to keep the biome... Okay, we'll set the bottom half of this to be a warp forest biome. So we'll be enderman spawning here. And we'll set the top half to be a crimson forest, so piglets spawn. Then we'll just set down a blaze spawner somewhere around here. I think it's got to be here, right? You just got to bite the bullet and say, yeah. For some reason in this, there is a blaze spawner. And it looks so messed up that no one even questions it. So that's a blaze spawn egg. And we grab a monster spawner. Could you do /locate and find the area the game thinks is a fortress? But then the portals wouldn't link correctly. Oh, actually, but then maybe it's... No, but it's a flat world, so it's not going to. Oh, wait. No, you're not. You're right, HHFF. If we just move the overworld chunks... Yeah, if we move the overworld chunks to line up with these new nether chunks... Okay, yeah, we might be onto something. Okay, I'm going to build one over there. I'm going to go over to 208.144. TP 288.144. I don't know in which direction from here it is. Oh, we're in the ceiling of the nether? Where are we? Oh, is there just actual nether out here? Huh. They did a very lazy job. Oh, it's because of the render distance. You only need to destroy so many chunks in a given direction. So we just fly this way and this way. Ah, very lazy. I mean, not lazy. It looks like a console nether, honestly. Yeah, they've done something to it. So yeah, if we just go here, where the nether fortress was, except it wasn't, there isn't actually a nether fortress here, right? Is it down there? Okay, yeah, so if we come here where the nether fortress is, and we just have to add this to the... Yeah, bedrock wall is so menacing. Yeah, well, I think this is what we do. And then when we come back to the overworld, it'll equal out to being like... divide 25 and 16 or something. Like, it's gonna be really small numbers. So now I just have to delete all the chunks around this one. Yeah, let's do it. This sounds like insanity, but it is actually, it's the only way to get a structure that actually exists. We have to confirm that it actually works as the structure it's intended to, because there might be a structure here, but we need to see that it does spawn blazes. Once we see a blaze has spawned anywhere, make sure we're not on peaceful. I bet we are, yeah. Once we see that a blaze has spawned, we know the structure is in fact working. Now you can delete the chunks. So those blazes spawned because it was a blaze spawner. I'm going to walk down this corridor a bunch of times. This is me walking down the corridor, don't question it. Yeah, something weird is happening in this world. I don't know what it is. But right now I don't have any definitive proof that this fortress is working as a fortress. If I see a wither skeleton, I'll count that too. But I'm walking around here, chat. Do they only spawn near you in survival? Is that how mob spawning works? I don't know how mob spawning works. Let's go to survival. Let's see. If you walk around a blaze spawner long enough in survival, it'll work out. They only spawn when they're in a spawner. That's not true. Yeah, so it sounds like it's true. It's one of those things where, like, that's where you go to encounter them. But a nether fortress is meant to spawn blazes just all over the place. Do hard. I don't think mob spawner is actually higher on hard, right? It's just the mobs that do spawn are a little bit more. And if I die, it's inconvenient, so there's no point adding more risk of death. Yeah, chat, I don't know if this structure is working as a fortress. Okay. So that guy followed me, I'm 90% sure. We'll just attack him with my fist. It's fine. It's okay. He's gonna be dead soon. And with him, so will his dreams of murdering me. So, yeah, I think I can hardly get wither skeletons in Java Survival. I don't think this Nether Fortress is working, chat. I think we went through all of that effort, and I don't think it solves the problem. I think that was a genius solution, HHFF, but I don't think it works. I don't know for sure why, but as you can see, like, I guess we don't see any other mobs. Mob spawning could be turned off on some level here. What is the rule for mob spawning, right? It's in... Oh, yeah, yep. Okay, so stupid to me. So that's a piglin, that's a wither skeleton. It is, in fact, a fortress. Let's get out there. Okay, useful, useful. So we'll pick some nice chunks that are inside of the Nether Fortress. Oh, wrong command, wrong command. We'll pick a nice chunk that's, like, symmetrical. So if we can go for, like, 230 or something. But we want to make sure it's inside of the fortress. So yeah, if you don't, like, here's proof. Here are blazes spawning in the fortress, even though we're not in that part. So 208, 208. This is a good chunk. Let's do it. Mob loot is also off. So, yeah, the actual chunk would run from, I think it's 204, 204. So we'll pick that as our actual starting point. 204, 204. So this is the chunk we're going to choose as our Nether chunk, and then we'll change the overworld chunk. It's going to be good. Okay, so now we have to leave this. This, you know, I thought this would be easier, but it's not. And then we are going to reopen Amulet. This is a fun Minecraft app, and we are going to use it for powerful things. So entities not supported and only supported within the same platform. Okay, we're good. Open world. So I'm going to open up my void world again, and I'm going to let you see what's happening here. Hello, internet. This is Amulet. So this is a chunk editor for Minecraft Bedrock. As you can see, for some reason, this chunk is just missing. I hope that's not a problem. We can just pick a different chunk. But yeah, so the problem with Amulet is it's just really bad at reading files. So it's not very good at deleting chunks, and it's also not very good at adding them, it seems. But if we go to this chunk here also works. It's part of a fortress. I don't know if the whole thing counts as fortress though. We want to have a big chunk with lots of it in. So I think this one here is pretty good. 212 to 212. It's not a perfect chunk. We've got the perfect chunk over here. So now we go to 2D mode. Oh, that's not very useful. We go to 2D mode. And we're going to just delete all the chunks besides 212, 212. How do we know which one is 212, 212? I don't know, chat. It probably says somewhere, right? Create empty chunks. Delete unselected chunks. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to find our chunk in here somewhere. I don't know how we're going to do that. I have no idea. Okay. Is this our chunks that we've selected? Okay, this is a chunk. Okay. So we want to have this chunk. Okay, I've selected it in person now, and then we go back to 2D. Okay, we're going to unselect all the chunks. Oh no, what am I doing? Okay, so we go back into 2D, 3D. Then we select this chunk, and then we go back into 2D. And I know it's that chunk, and we delete all other chunks. So delete all unselected chunks. Do you want to load the original chunk shape? Oh, this is interesting. This is that thing that everyone wants. Clicking yes will allow you to undo this operation, but the operation will take a while to process. Clicking no means this operation cannot be undone. Wow. I want to load the original chunk state. I want to do something with that at some point. Oh, it's all going away. There's no more never left, chat. It's all gone now. It's all gone, except that. And these. Should I delete these manually? They won't actually delete. Minecraft, like, it's not a very good... Again, it's amazing this exists at all. So we're going to delete those. We're going to delete these. Just delete them all. Get them out of there. Okay, then we go back to 3D, and we see if it looks correct. As you can see, it does not look correct. My chunk that I did not delete looks like it is in fact deleted. I don't know. I'm cautious of... Oh, and then there's my chunk over there that I think I must have deleted it. Yeah, okay. So this chunk looks like it's nothing, chat. It looks like I've accidentally deleted it. So I'm going to try this again. I must say, this is a WTF stream. Not that I'm accustomed to from ToyCat. But I'm glad to see you can branch out or remaining within this niche. I like making stuff in Minecraft. I'm just confused about what that stuff is sometimes. So I think we deleted the chunk, right? So I think we need to undo this, but we can't undo it. That's what they specifically said. So we just exit without saving and try again. That's all we'll do. Exit without saving, and we'll try again. So, open world, void world. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to give you a little glance at the world. It's very lovely looking from here. Thank you, by the way, Robin Brooks. Appreciate the nice comment. You know what? I could even... No, I can't. So now that we are here, we can go by chunk, but in 3D. And I'm going to tell the game now to delete unselected chunks. I want to keep my eye on this chunk. Ah, it's working. It's working. And now my chunk is staying in existence. So we can watch it all vanish in real time from here. Oh, isn't that wonderful, chat? Okay, so we've deleted all the chunks in our nether. We'll make sure they are all gone. Yeah. Awesome. So now we've got our desert world chunk. And then we're going to set the biome to be a warped forest below a certain point. That's a hard thing to do, but an important thing to do. So we go into 3D view, and we go to select. And we want to make sure the bottom part of this chunk is something else. So Y, like, 60 should be warped forest. So we go to operation, set biome. Oh, it looks like we can clone and fill quite easily here. Set biome, warped forest. What is it called? Oh, biome. Oh, I'm like lame space. Warped forest. We set the bottom half to be warped forest. The top half saves crimson forest, so we get piglins. Yeah, wow, okay, so we've worked out how to have a nether with piglins, with wither skeletons, blazes, and with enderman. If you go down here, you get enderman. If you go up here, you get piglins. If you go over here, you'll get blazes and the other stuff. Hopefully that works correctly. Very big hopefully. Would we ever want to have ghasts? Basalt Delta for magma? No one has ever wanted Basalt Delta in their Minecraft world. That is a fake question. Okay, so now we go back to the overworld, and we're going to find the equivalent chunk location. So Minecraft the Nether. Minecraft the Nether. Yeah, let's do it. No, the overworld. So we just got to find the equivalent chunk of 24, 24 or whatever it is. Okay, I don't know what my overworld looks like this. You know, I'm scaring myself. Let's go to the end real quick. Okay, I can't see the end either. So we'll just save it. Call that a day. Make sure the Nether's still here. File, save. Okay, we did it. We built a chunk. Okay, then we save it. And we exit. We close the world. And then we go back to Minecraft. So where I am now, there'll be nothing. Actually, wait, where I am now will be the one chunk. And so I just have to replace with my structure block chunk 2. That should be easy to do. I'll lose the whole lava effect though, because it's just deleted chunks everywhere else. I really want to do the whole regenerate chunk thing, chat. I want to see what that does. Should we load up my Let's Play world? You know, let's stay on focus. Stay focused. This is what happens when you stray from survival Minecraft. You spend all day looking at loading screens. You think you're just there, have a good time, you know, eventually have yourself a good challenge. But really, you're just playing loading screen simulator with extra steps. Skyblock with deleted nevers. Just build the portal far enough out, and they always forget to delete far enough out. Yeah, it's a... that's why we probably will put the border on this one. Easter egg, leave random never chunks unless it breaks the whole thing. I think in reality, the tool doesn't delete far enough out. You should make a stream on how to do this. The trick, if you want to see the stream on how to do this, you're watching it right now. So we're using Minecraft. We use structure blocks, commands, and amulet. Mostly the structure blocks and amulet. The commands are basically there just to finish the job when it doesn't. This takes so long to load. What do you think is wrong with the world? Do you think it's just updating all that stuff as I'm going into here? Good to see you, Miss Cricket64. Hello, how's it going? Hope you're having a wonderful evening. So, what I also hope is wonderful is, hey, we're here. Also, it's good to see you, Willy Larrick. Throw in a few gold blocks. Wait, it's all still here. We deleted it all. Did I not save? Ah, we went through all that work and it's just here again. Ah. Why? Wait, is the hole never back now? Yeah. Oh, that is interesting. You delete the chunks. Minecraft just brings them all back. That is extra confusing. We didn't just not delete. We brought back all the things from before. So Minecraft specifically... Okay, that is very confusing. So I'm going to go over here and over here. This is... I remember it was like 224, 224 is where I want to be roughly. Right here. Let's try that one again. I've got it. What went wrong? Why did that... It must have said that it was going to delete all the chunks and then just not done it. You have resurrected the world. It must be that, yeah, the tool says it was going to do that. Are you deleting or resetting the chunks? Amulet can be confusing in that way. Oh, you've used Amulet yourself? Yeah, it said I was deleting them, but if I pressed yes, it would reset them. So I must have gotten it wrong, or maybe Amulet got it wrong. But in the tool, it seemed to imply it was all not there. Okay, so here we go. Back to Amulet time. Let's go. I'm an Amulet. I love to play with it. As you can see, there's no chunks. That is so weird, but they're here. So I'm gonna select this chunk in 3D. Every other chunk, delete. This will delete the chunk and all the data contained within it. Wait, next time you load the game, it will recreate the chunks. Yeah, that's not what I want. So, oh, yeah, that is very confusing. How do I delete then? Do I have to literally... Okay, so what I'm going to do, here's how I delete. As best I can tell. I'm going to select every chunk besides this one. Okay, so it's between 4 black and whites and is vaguely in the center. Okay, we delete all of these chunks. No, it doesn't actually delete it, though. Oh. How do you delete things, then? How do you tell it not to... How do I, like, clear it all out? Okay, I'll do an operation. Fill air, right? That's what we have to do. Create empty chunks. So we're just gonna fill them all with air. Select. Okay. Let's do it. Operation time. Run operation. Okay, now it's not gonna all the chunks need a tiny bit of data, so a single block. So if they all just have air in them, that's different to deleting, right? Hopefully. Maybe. I'm not sure. Can we see those from over there? We probably can't because of never render distance. So let's see what other commands are. We can replace. Oh, yeah, so we could now replace the... I want to, like, place one block in every chunk or something. It's a little harder to do than I expected. Clone. I could, like, clone one chunk somewhere else. Okay, let's see if this works. If this doesn't work, I have no idea what my plan is, chat. Save. Okay, I deleted all the chunks for a very, very long distance. Okay, back to Minecraft. Who's excited for another long load time? Let's go. Oh, I've still got to open an amulet. My bad. Just close it. Okay, let's go. Now it works. Clone a chunk with bedrock floor, and the roof if it doesn't work. Yeah, that's probably what we've got to do. We've just got to... Oh, okay, so there's no... I can see it, but I'm in creative. I think in survival there's fog, right? So, game mode S. Chat, why can I see all the way out there? This isn't normal, right? It's very cool looking, though. Can we agree on that much? I actually kind of like this. If you can see in the Nether, that's no problem, I guess. This is so cool. Yeah, look at this. PC too strong. Nether fog off in options. I don't think there's an option for Nether fog being turned off. Okay, so now we're going to go into creative and replace this with my chunk from the furthest back and furthest back point. So all the way over here. Let's just set block, structure block. I think there is simple. Load, imports, chunk 2. Let's do this. Okay. So that... It now has a Nether fortress, so we're going to turn on... Oh, wait, is that Wither skeleton? I think I see a Wither skeleton. Did I see a Wither skeleton? I did. Okay, so now we have a functioning Nether fortress. That was a clever solution. Thank you, HHFF. I really like clever solutions to problems, and I'm always happy to see one. So, yeah, there's a lot of gold here, and there's also... I don't know why the Nether fog went away. But we've got the chunk sorted, so now we just have to move the overall chunk to line up with this. So we'll build a portal. In fact, if we build the portal now, it'll ensure it, like, works correctly. So, right here, we'll have a portal. Okay. In we go. And so that takes me out to 620, 620 for no good reason. And then that portal takes me back in... Oh, no, that would be right. 224 in the Nether would be really far out in the overworld. Wait, but only 620, 620? What's wrong with the Nether scaling? Different problem, different person. So now we go all the way down to, like, 0. I'm going to do it from 0, even though it's meant to be minus 64. It's just more fun. And we find out what negative, negative, and positive, positive are. So that's positive, and that's positive. And so 604 would be the start. 620 would be the next start. So let's just go back to 620 and over to 620. And then... place a structure block, and we'll move chunk 1 over here. Okay, so we're going to have to replace all those chunks or something later, but that's fine. So then we'll load chunk 1 into this space. Yeah! Okay, so we've got to remove that, but we have a functioning end portal and a functioning Nether portal linking system. I hope it works still. We could try and build it just to test, I guess. So we'll just, I don't know, place a bunch of blocks. See if it takes me to the right place. If it takes me to like 100 and something in the middle of the air, that's a failure. But it shouldn't. Yay, it works, it works. Nice. It's slightly too tall, so it looks a bit questionable. But yeah, it's fine. Okay, we did it. We worked out something. Now we need to do the end. So the end is a bit of a messier one, I think. But we got to do it, so let's work it out. So we're going to destroy this portal. Not needed anymore. We know it functions. We know everything's okay in those two places. Victory. Okay, we're finally here, chat. We're on the other side of that long hill. Now we're going to go over here. I can't believe how much there is involved in making a functioning one-chunk challenge. But now we're in the end. I think we'll just use this end portal because they'll all look exactly the same, right? And, like, there's no... The only differences are fairly small. So we'll move this chunk from the end. So from 0, 0, more or less. We have to go from, like, -8 to actually get this right. And we'll pick a 16 by 16 area and move it to where the... Because otherwise, the problem with this is, Okay, so, oh, there's a... Wait, what? Wait, what? What? Is that... Does every end have one of those? I feel compelled to find out. Okay, so let's go to one chunk but with borders. The dragon thingamajiggy will be messed up. If I bring the dragon with me via entities, I'll be fine. That's why I have to do it the way I'm choosing to do it. So, let's see what happens. Let's see if that's a abnormal issue. Because that doesn't seem normal. Like, who would notice the bug, to be fair? Okay, it's not on this world. The dragon is coded to go to 0. Okay, so I'm gonna do it here. I'm gonna do it from -4, or -8 and -8, because that should be where the portal starts. Except we'll go to -9, -9. Okay, right here, 16 by 16, offset by 1. So offset 1, offset 1, make it 16 by 16 by, I don't know, 105. There we go. And then we just have to make sure it's when the dragon's in the center, and we'll bring her with her. We'll bring her with us. Let's go. Let's go. No, not import. I want to export. Okay, we'll wait for her to come back. And we'll call this chunk free. Okay. So I'm waiting for her. There we go. She's back. Quickly. Save. Bring it with me. Okay, so now I've got the dragon, and I'll make sure to bring her with me to the new end. Okay, that should be easy enough to do. I hope. There's a lot of hoping in here. But it's fine. So this is weird. I'm going to pretend I didn't see that. And we're going to try and find my natural entrance to the end. Do you think this end has end islands? I think I'd be able to see them if it did. So, do you know where I spawned in? It's usually positive, I think. Or maybe it's positive, negative. We're just going to go looking for my obsidian platform. You know, I'm just going to find it the natural way. This is all going to be deleted later anyway. So if there happens to be an end portal here, there happens to be an end portal here. Okay. What happens to towns and cities? What happens to towers and cities? Good question. Don't worry about the answer. It's probably not important. So this chunk is slightly too high up in the air. Oh, this is the spawn area. It's taking me to 0, 0. Oh, so when I... if I defeat the Ender Dragon, chat, it will take me to an entirely different one chunk. Oh. That's weird. That is very weird. I like that. It might confuse future me, though. So let's go all the way out to positive, I think it was. 600, 600. There's my chunk. And then let's unless you do set world spawn. Yes, that set world spawn is the solution. You're right. Harry Potter, Chamber of Secrets. So we'll just teleport over there. Easy stuff. And we'll set the world spawn so that if I die or anything. And then we'll also go ahead and make an end portal just out over here somewhere. What is that out there? Do you see that, chat? I am curious. Huh. Was that me? I don't think that was me. Should I get a spyglass out? It's not a very useful item for creative, usually. Oh. Chat, what did we just find? So they can't be running because they're all the way out in the corner. So I'll go find out what they do. There's a chest in here. A weak wooden sword. Random level up sound. Killed a chest. Block placed. 1 block's cloned. Object successfully summoned. What am I looking at right here? Ah. Okay, let's just go back. Pretend that happened. Or I'll set block end portal now. And then we're gonna copy paste our end chunks over to here. So this is 100, 0. So we'll just make sure that around here is my chunk, and it'll destroy the rest around it, but will be great. So we'll go out to... Okay, the exact middle is 100 and 0. And the chunk would start somewhere around here. And I would be teleported exactly here. So we'll start this is the chunk, and to make it fair, we go out to 96. Okay, this is what we'll do. We'll spawn in the corner of the dragon chunk, and we'll hope that that makes any sense whatsoever. It feels like something is going to go horribly wrong with this idea, chat. I feel like the end isn't going to work, but I'm willing to be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong if it works that way. Yeah, something is... Okay, load it in. Okay, did I get a dragon? That's the key question. I'm going to spawn in the middle of some end stone, which is a problem. Did a dragon fly over here? Yeah, there is a dragon, but she's flying over to that end portal. Oh, so the dragon will fly outside of the end? Is there a way to fix that? Yeah, they just kind of hang out together, huh? That sounds like a fun challenge by itself. How many dragons can you fight at once? It seems like a very silly challenge. It does seem like one I want to try, though. You have 2. They're likely to go to 0, 0 because of the code. So I think we've got to make it so that you can... We'll just have 2 chunks. The spawn chunk and the chunk over there. And we'll just leave both dragons. You don't... It'd be rude to kill a dragon, right? Yeah, we'll leave both dragons be. And we'll leave 1 tower be as well. And you can end a pile from chunk to chunk to chunk, maybe. You shouldn't have to change the end. Just test it in your world. So... How would we move... How do we make it so we spawn into a different point in the end? I don't think you can. Can you set world spawn in the end? Set world spawn would be clever. 1 for each pillar. I'm not going to do 1 for each pillar because that'd be messy. I want to just have a pillar so you feel like you're doing a fight. And then the rest of that... Actually, if you set barrier blocks, do you think ender dragons can go through them? I bet they can. They're too big. They can go through anything. Maybe if you set multiple layers deep of them. Okay, so I think we're going to leave this pillar, that block, this block, that block. We're going to delete everything else in the end. Let's go do it. It'll make a platform and the end doesn't scale like the nether. So this is where my chunk is. I don't know what's going to happen about... We'll make sure we delete some blocks over here. So that way I don't randomly suffocate when I come in. Okay, so these blocks will be replaced by obsidian, and I won't suffocate. And then the rest we can work out as we go. Okay, let's do it. Let's go last dimension now, chat. If we can make this work, we can make anything work. Back to Amulet. Back to opening the world. We're in the... this is my first time working in the end with it. I have no idea what is going to happen. I have concerns, I might even say. But let's do it by the chunk. In 3D. So I'm going to select, weird angle. I'm going to select this chunk. I'm going to select this chunk. Oh, it's halfway between 2 chunks. Okay, I'll select a better chunk. That chunk. And then this chunk. Oh, I have to select the 4 chunks over here. Oh, it's ruined, chat. Okay, which chunk has the pillar end? This one is fine. We'll delete all the other pillars. I don't know if that's safe to do, actually. But we'll delete everything besides these 4. Okay, I don't know what's happening. Okay, so we're gonna go to 2D. And we're gonna unselect. Yeah, we'll leave those in and that in, and we'll delete everything else. Except when you delete everything else, it doesn't work correctly. So instead, we'll fill it all in, making sure to reselect these, and this one, and then we'll delete everything else. So now we go to operation, and we do /fill. Fill it all with air. Okay, let's run. Oh yeah, there we go. So this is... I think we should... chat, what do you reckon? Should we delete the rest of these? Will the portal still work if it's done that way? It will work, but it will work wonkily. Multiplying Ender Dragons, where they're not endangered and everything else was limited, would be great. Yeah, we've deleted the end now. And then we'll move like an end city over somewhere if we want to. But it won't load up at this point. Okay, so we're just going to save this. Call this a day. And say, this is our end situation. Oh, really, there's a few chunks here we should delete too. If I'm being fair to myself, we should also delete this chunk. Wait. So how do I select a chunk? Chunk. Let's select these 2 chunks for deletion too. And then maybe another one of these. Yeah, we'll delete these though. Create empty chunks. Delete chunks, that doesn't work. So we have to go to operation, fill it in with air. Did we do that correctly? Yeah, we did. So we've got 1 pillar to destroy just for the token of it, right? Although really we could keep another, whatever. We'll leave it like this. It looks great. So now we go to save. And we go to leave the world. And, okay. Final time, chat. We might actually be there now. Ironic, the end is usually the most barren, but now it has more chunks than any other dimension. Okay, so we get this, which maybe we should remove, maybe we shouldn't. And then we get this. I don't know why all the end seems to exist out there. We could leave that, we could delete that. I feel like we should delete it. For some reason, the end crystals are floating too. Oh, because they're entities. So we're going to have to shoot the entities from down here. Okay, just to... I don't want to spoil anything for future me. But it feels like... just to see that we can shoot that way. Yeah, that's pretty fun. You can shoot the... you know, I'll leave it. I'll leave them. So now I'm going to delete... Okay. I'm going to make a copy of this world because I don't want to mess this up, chat. So we'll call this 1 chunk final. 1 chunk playable. And then we're going to make a copy of it. So that way I can test if... I want to defeat the dragon after destroying some of the portal. And I want to see if the rest of the portal lights up. If the rest of the portal lights up, I can delete 3 more chunks. Because right now it has 6 chunks than ever. It's too many chunks. 6 whole chunks is ridiculous. So I'm going to see if we delete all of this. If everything else still works as intended. So this is positive, positive. No, this is negative, negative. So we'll just delete /fill. Negative, there. Negative 16. I don't know, like, negative 50. Negative 16. Okay. And we'll also go like 10 blocks up in the sky, just in case that's relevant. So we're going to place a bunch of air here, right? A bunch of air. And now if we defeat the dragon, what do you think happens with that? This is a genuine question, chat. I have no idea. And also I want to see if we can destroy these from the air right there. See, that is really satisfying, right? Without any... just floating in the air. That is a much more fun way to do that. So now we're gonna kill Addy. You can do it like entity type dragon. Entity type. Ender dragon. Ender dragon. And then we gotta just finish that up. Yep, Ender dragon. Looks good to me. Kill. What am I doing wrong? Yep, Ender dragon. Do I have to do anything else? Unexpected Ender dragon. Why is there an unexpected Ender dragon? Did I type wrong? I don't think I typed wrong. Kill type. You know, whatever. Do type equals player. Type equals Ender dragon. Okay. There we go. I got it. Wait, that didn't kill the Ender dragon. That didn't kill the dragon at all. Oh, I think it killed everything but the dragon. So we'll try everything but the player. There we go. Okay, do you think an end portal will appear there, chats? Let's see. Oh, wait. So they didn't. The Ender Dragon Egg appeared, and the portal appeared down there. So I've got lots of questions. I think I have to make another copy and try that again, but with that bottom part deleted. Also, what happens if you shoot an arrow at the egg? Okay, it works just fine. Also, look how many Endermen are on this one chunk over here for some reason. Very interesting. Okay. Also, to get downloads a random void well off the internet and deletes most of it. Let's make a copy in case it gets messed up. I assume the portal doesn't belong to the dragon. I assume the portal belongs to the... yeah, I assume the portal might be... Like, if the portal doesn't fully exist, maybe it doesn't exist at all. If you delete the portal, will it respawn itself, I guess is the real question. Okay, one chunk, playable, copy. So we'll delete most of the portal, we'll make sure we get it both ways. Drop a map every time you leave the janky end. Yeah, that's a fun idea. Okay, so we're gonna do that, but we're gonna go way lower. We have to make sure we get that bottom portal done. So I can't destroy this. So I'll just manually do it, right? So as long as we keep the middle pillar, as is my goal, let's see what that looks like. And then we'll do kill at E, type equals player. Okay, so the dragons are dying. Will the portal fill up the half we have? Or will it fill up nothing? Oh, it recreates the portal. So you'd be able to jump in the corner that you have. So we can delete all the chunks but this one little corner, and the rest will just recreate itself. It will regenerate. That's useful knowledge to have. I don't know when that's ever going to come up. We can use that. So we can now delete all of the chunks besides one. We can have one chunk over here, and then make it be that you have to throw an ender pearl to get to the dragon. And even better, this ends up being inside of the one chunk. No, it doesn't. It's just outside of it. So what happens if you throw a pearl through here? Is there nothing? Okay, there's stuff out here. And then we can make this one other chunk. Maybe move like the most important chunk to be around it. And then we have 3 chunks inside of the end. Let's do an endless end seed type one though. It's more fun. Don't disagree with that. That's for sure. Okay, so let's go back through this. Yeah, okay, that is... Oh, wait, okay, so this being here is mostly just a confusing part of the end. The reason you come to the end is so that you can get ender pearls. So you can throw one over there, and just to confirm, you can make it. Doesn't look like you can, actually. Yeah, it looks like you... So if you throw the ender pearl wrong, you die. That seems balanced. You know, it probably is doable. If you get a jump and a sprint. I want to make sure this works correct. Okay, so... Is that going to work? That's going to work. The jump sprint? No. So maybe a little bit higher. If I can't throw the ender pearl over there, then this is doomed to fail from the beginning, chat. A little bit higher that time. A little bit closer to the edge. We're getting so close to the right chunk, but not perfectly over there. Bridge across, does Alex see? We're going to use border blocks, though, to prevent that from happening. Okay, so I had to jump over the edge for that one. If it lands, it's not a real land. And it didn't land, it's... Is it... Have we gone to a chunk that's just slightly too far away? Throw it at the pillar chunk. Yeah, but I want to remove the pillar chunk. But yeah, maybe you have to go to the pillar chunk first. Yeah, and then from here, you could kill some endermen. And then from there, throw a pearl over to this. And then from here, kill the ender dragon. That's probably what you've got to do. Okay, so now we're going to remove this chunk. We can remove this by hand in Bedrock, thankfully. And then we're going to remove this chunk. We can remove this by hand in Bedrock. So we've got the end down to 3 chunks now. And I don't know that we need this chunk over here. I feel like we just need to... I feel like there's got to be a way to avoid that. I just don't know what that way could be. Oh, this is also a copy of the world. So maybe if I throw it high enough up. No, wait. The solution, chat. All you got to do is I've got to stack up. Okay, so here's what I need to remember if I'm doing this. Once I get my ender pearl, I'm in the end. I just stack up like so. So we stack up like so. Nice and easy. Bridge over to the very edge of our chunk, and then we'll throw it. And as long as we throw it from like 96 or something. Oh, that's way over. Oh, we overshot it. So we throw it from here, we can just throw it straight forwards. Still hit the edge. Okay, so it's one of the harder things to actually nail down. Is how to do this throw. They get that, do you think? Oh, so close. So yeah, having a one chunk boundary to throw an ender pearl at is actually a big mess. It's a very... Maybe that? I reckon that. Straight forwards. Yeah, straight forwards is how you do it. Straight forwards with a little jump from like about Y90. And then you can do it. Easy stuff. And also for some... Okay, so this chunk is not in the end because it's spawning zombies and creepers for some reason. So we're going to have to fix that, one assumes. Why is it spawning zombies and creepers? In theory, that means it will eventually spawn Enderman, but still, very weird. No idea what went wrong there, but we can delete this copy, as we shall. Then we go back to one chunk, and we delete all of the other chunks in the world, besides those 3. I'm not comfortable deleting the last one yet, but we'll delete these blocks over here. So we'll start here. Delete all of that, and then we'll delete all of this, and then we'll also come over here, and we'll delete this section. So we get the most valuable chunk still in here, but the rest of it goes away. And then maybe later we'll come through and delete that, but that's a point for a different time. So now it's spawning skeletons and spiders. Something is horribly wrong with this chunk. I think Amulet changed their end biome. I didn't think that was possible. Yeah, I didn't know you could do that either. But yeah, so the dragons will fly around. Even if we put up border blocks here, that will still happen. But we can still shoot through the towers, and we can still ender pearl through it. And that is the way you do it. 4 chunks is all we need to beat Minecraft. Wait, look at the sky. It's a very fun looking... Oh, yeah, you can see. Over here, literally the world changes. And then it gets dark again as you go on the other side of this. It must be the structure block. It must have moved. That is so weird. Or is it all these chunks that have air in them now? Anyways, the other thing we have to do is we have to delete these messes. It's a little bit of a pain to do. Minus 60, so we have to be up here. So we have to get on the right side of it, and then just... Is it on the left side of it, actually? Okay, yeah, get from this side. Oh, but this is also spawning in spiders. Okay, I don't know what... Okay, there must not be any blocks there anymore. Remove all of this by hand. It's just easier than using Amulet and having to go for another load time. Remove it all. That's why the Nether was blue sky. It removed the dimension data from the world. It did the exact same to the Nether. Do you think my Nether does work still then? Big question about that one. The ones you set to air are not end. Yeah, this isn't end either. It happens to have an Enderman here. But it isn't an end by officiality. Okay. Here we go. We've almost got it. I think we can now say we have a one chunk world. I will go ahead. I think we should go ahead and solve the problem of the end city, because that's one of the things you'd want to do in an end like this. But I think if you beat the dragon, I think that's like the main goal. Okay, we're gonna have to remove this. Also, a little bit too high. There we go. Goodbye, spider. Just to make the end look a little bit cleaner. It's worth coming over here and getting this done. Can you change where you spawn in the end? I don't think I don't think so, but I don't know. You know, do you not think so, or do you not think so? No, it feels like something you should be able to change, right? But I think it's too hard-coded. That's my understanding. So we've got 3 chunks in our end, and I think we could just go ahead and remove this last one too. I don't think it adds any... Yeah, I think this chunk being here is the odd one out. So I think we're just gonna go ahead and get rid of that. Yeah, it feels weird to do it. Let's do it. Let's go. Okay, it's all gone now, besides the crystal. Okay, we're down to 2 chunks in our end. We just have to solve the issue of this one. And then also get ourselves out of it. Is there an easy way to get out of the end? I guess we just turn on keep inventory. And then, keep inventory, where are you? Already on. And we'll just die to get ourselves out, just to avoid making a portal and getting the credits to roll. Easy stuff. Goodbye, dragons. Okay, so now we're back in the overworld at our spawn chunks. The Nether chunks might need some work, but I think we did it. I think we ended up with 1 chunk survival. This took 2.5 hours, so I'm glad that I consulted you for stream rather than just doing this by myself. It was a lot less frustrating this way too, to be honest, chat. Like, I'm glad there were people appreciating my confusion at that one world. I don't think anyone would have believed me if I came on and said, oh yeah, there was just one world that was just broken for some reason. But we all saw it. It worked on every other world, just not that one I randomly downloaded. So now we can finally do a 1 chunk survival stream. I'll leave this world for download if you remember. There's a repository? There's a repository of world downloads we're slowly building up for you. And if you're not a member, then you can watch me play it, probably on Tuesday. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. If you have, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Wait, it's not 2008. Don't forget to smash that bell and watch my stuff with your eyeballs all the way to the end. Thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you when I play this, finally. Goodbye. Oh, and actually one last thing. Today's Seed Sunday. It's really, really intense. We're going through 500 seeds. It's been delayed because of that. So maybe tomorrow?